Hello everyone, my name is Destiny Washington and today's video will be a quick tutorial on Doodle, the free scheduling platform located at doodle.com. Doodle markets itself as the simplest way to decide on dates, places, and more, and is a great tool for higher education professionals, administrators, faculty, and staff to figure out when the best meeting times are for groups larger than 3 or 4 individuals. Time and time again, we've all gotten stuck in the back and forth emailing chain of trying to compare the best times of a large group of individuals' schedules. However, that time and that task is no longer necessary because of Doodle. So when you go to doodle.com, you'll be greeted with this page, which is the home page, and you'll go ahead and type in what the occasion is. So in other words, what is this meeting about? So we'll go ahead and type in BSU meeting. So this coming fall, I actually serve as the co-advisor to the Florida State University Black Student Union, if you were wondering what that acronym was for. So that is why I've chosen to use that. So then what you'll do, I already have this set up on another page for us. However, you'll click Create Doodle Poll. From that point, you'll be met with the standard Sunday to Saturday calendar, and you'll select all the dates in which this meeting could potentially occur. So let's look at this example calendar here at the bottom. And if we wanted to do June 17th all the way to June 27th, we would be essentially saying these are the perfect days for this meeting to be held, right? And then Doodle will even ask you, well, what time? And it gives you a variance in the times that this meeting can occur because you can select a different time on Monday than you would on, let's say, Wednesday. So if Monday this meeting would occur perfectly, between the times of 12 p.m. and 1 p.m., then we can say on Mondays, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. is the available time frame for this. Are you available? But on Wednesday, we could say 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. is the best time for this meeting. Are you available? And the respondents can actually click and tell you whether they're available, and Doodle will compare this availability to tell you which time is best for this meeting. So this really simplifies our task of setting up meetings and trying to please as many people as possible in regards to time and accommodation. So what you'll see after you go through all of that is this page. So at this page, they'll ask you, how do you want to invite your participants to utilize this Doodle link? So we can do it by a nice clean link, which will be under the link tab, or we can actually insert emails, which can be a little bit more time consuming and cumbersome. Personally, I enjoy using a clean link because if you're like me and you have access over Facebook groups with all the members, you can just blast it there. You can still email it, which is perfect. However, it eliminates the need to know everyone's email and to sort of copy and paste it in there. Just personal preference, but it's up to you. So then you'll see BSU meeting, which is what we titled this Doodle poll. And then you'll see my name, which is the creator of it. And you even have the capabilities to print it if you needed to for some reason. And then what they'll ask you on the last page is, where's this meeting going to be? So you can get as creative as possible. I personally just chose to say Florida State University, but I could have taken it one step farther by putting a building, a room number. You can be as creative as you want. Additionally, it'll go ahead and populate the address if it's able to, which is very helpful if you're working with individuals who may not frequent your area as often. And then underneath, you'll see that it says for BSU executives. On the last page, it'll ask you for notes. So within this notes area, I typically use it for reminders. I can specify who's supposed to be at that meeting like I just did with this. I can also leave any additional comments that needs to be left before the respondents actually fill out the Doodle poll. Any notes that you feel will be pertinent to this poll. And then you'll see the actual dates that I said that this will work. So as the creator of this poll, I said that this meeting can occur from June 18th, between June 18th and between June 29th, right? So let's say that we have BSU Executive Member 1. So this is our John or Jane Doe. So John or Jane Doe said that yes, June 18th, that Monday works perfectly. So we see that this is a long meeting. Let's say that this is a retreat from 9 to 5 p.m. So this individual, by checking this box, is saying that 9 to 5 p.m. works perfectly for me. So we don't see any other checked boxes except for June 26th. So again, John or Jane Doe is saying like, yes, June 26th works. I can be there from 9 to 5 p.m. Destiny, put me down. So all respondents can go ahead and do that by listing their actual names in these boxes, and they'll continue checking what works and what doesn't work. And then Doodle will ultimately compare it for you and say, here you go, Destiny. You should probably have this meeting on June 26th because all of your members can be there. So this is very helpful, as I mentioned, because it eliminates the time-consuming need to go back and forth to figure out when people can come to a meeting versus when they can't come to a meeting. And that can get really messy. And we, honestly, we should be devoting our time somewhere else. So another area that I want to highlight within Doodle is Doodle has a Meet Me page, which is perfect for scheduling one-on-one meetings. So if you're someone like me, you get a lot of emails. Occasionally at the bottom of an email signature, especially with higher education professionals, they've begun to put the Meet Me URL underneath their signature. So for a while I was like, what is this Meet Me URL? So essentially it's your own page for people to go in and schedule a meeting with you. So once again, eliminating this hassle of people asking, when are you available for a meeting? Does this time work? Does this time not work? Instead of all of that back and forth, we can devote our time somewhere else, and then can just click on your Meet Me URL and see when you're available, and even go as far as to schedule it right there. So it's also another very user-friendly area of Doodle. Very easy to see, very easy to utilize, great platform. And what you'll do, this page is actually asking us to make somewhat of a profile, but you would actually choose what your URL is, go ahead and plug it in, and then at that point you would just hit check availability. So I thank you all for listening to me during this tutorial, and I hope that you find Doodle to be as helpful as I have found it to be. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.